Hello, little ghoulies. It is your Supreme, of course, and I am here with another episode of Housewives of Horror. And I am joined today by the amazing, lovely, bang wearing, gorgeous, okay, working it, my girlfriend, my hex girlfriend, yes.
Your hex girlfriend.
Your hex girlfriend, your hex
Yes.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
So I always like to start the episodes with talk your shit.
Okay.
Who are you, girl? Let us know.
I've been listening. So I was trying to one, I just think it's so fun. Like Housewives of Horror. That's such a cute name, by the way.
Oh,
You
we're
did
doing
so
a
good with
reunion at the end of the season, so get ready.
Oh, cool. That's super exciting.
We're gonna be doing a reunion.
But yeah, I love your talk your shit. It's so cute.
Talk your shit, girl.
I'll talk my shit. So my name's Kelsey, aka your hex girlfriend.
Love the name. Like literally when I saw it, I was like, that is so cute. That is so cute.
I ended up so my account itself is fairly new, and it started off with a different name. And I was like, there was too many people with like the same variation of that name. So I'm I have to change it up. And then I got the inspo because I don't know if you were like a Scooby-Doo fan, but I loved the Hex Girls. And so I wanted to incorporate that in there. Yes. So anyway, after some thinking, it turned into your Hex Girlfriend. So now I'm here, and yeah, my account, I've actually only had it for like a month and a half, maybe.
It doesn't look like it, girl.
So
it doesn't.
We're new.
That's fine though. It does not. It does not look like it. I absolutely love your account.
Thank you.
I do. The aesthetic of it is so cute.
I appreciate that.
Like, what started your journey for the content, I should say?
You know, it's a funny story. So, well, maybe funny to me, but
it's funny for us too, girl.
It's funny for me, but yeah. So I actually have a separate main account, and it's a fashion account. So I do fashion content, and then but the inner part of me, right? Like I would try to share my interest, and it didn't mesh very well with my fashion content. So people were like, "Wait a second, she posts fashion stuff, but she's talking about death and ghost and nerdy stuff, and like it wasn't going well together." So I would end up like losing followers and stuff, which it's not all about followers, but I'm like, okay, what can I do to like feel fulfilled, right? Because I want to share my interests. I don't just want to like, post myself online. Like I want to meet a community and talk about these things that I like. So that was the origin of your Hex Girlfriend. So I just started, my husband and I, we do like ghost hunting, we call it, like paranormal investigation. And I've always, ever since I was a kid, just loved horror, Halloween, like all of that stuff. And so the account is mostly like Halloween and horror based, but I also share my like nerdy interests. Like I love Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and like, stuff like that.
Sci-fi. Like that's definitely part of the genre, I would say, for sure.
It's all like about fandom, I think. So that's what I wanted to do. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to create this account and I'm going to share the things that I love. And it has grown substantially in a short amount of time. Like, not a lot of followers or anything, but I mean, just this weekend, I think I've gotten like 200 new followers. So it's just like crazy.
Yes, ma'am.
It's been so fun. It's just been fun.
No, as you deserve, though, as you definitely deserve, because you could tell that you have genuine interest in what you put on the page.
Yes. Yeah.
Which that's why I absolutely loved you. I know you said like the ghost hunting, paranormal and everything. So what's your earliest, like, what made you, I guess, like what's your earliest instant of, oh my gosh, I want ghosts. I want this.
Oh my gosh. I think that it kind of goes back to everyone in this community, right? We had something that sparked our interest. And I think that for me, it started in childhood, just like many others. I remember, you know, in like elementary school, you know, there was like Goosebumps and stuff like that. But
Yes.
I read like the Bailey School Kids.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember those? Like vampires don't wear polka dots.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. You just unlocked a memory for me because I've not heard that in so long. Yes.
So I started off with like the Bailey School Kids, and then I read Goosebumps, and then like it just was a genre that just sucked me in. Like, you know, it started with that, like just the love of like everything paranormal. And then I was exposed to, you know, like horror movies. My parents were super cool, and I was able to like watch horror movies with them. And I remember like my cousins showing me like Freddy Krueger for the first time. Ooh. Yeah. And so like just kind of developing into that. Yeah. So it's always just been something that's, I can't remember a time before this. Right. You know, I've always just loved it. So the ghost adventuring, paranormal investigation.
Ghost Adventures with Kelsey,
yeah, right. I guess that kind of started. You're in Kentucky, right? So yes. I'm sure you have like local haunted spots, and
yes.
You're probably close to Waverly Hills, are you?
Yes, okay. That's just down like an hour from me. So yeah.
Okay. So, well, okay, not to get off track, but like,
oh, girl, this Housewives of Horror, we just doing this, okay?
Okay. But you know, like, I don't know if it's like across the US, but like it's very like to the Midwest core to go out like to like the haunted spots with your friends and like
completely agree.
Yes.
Completely agree. I feel like spooky and Halloween and just that type of culture in this area in the Midwest is so that's just normal for us.
It's
I feel
what we do. Yeah.
I do.
I remember like going, we would call it ghost hunting, like going to places around the city that were like haunted and trying to like, you know, find ghosts and stuff like that. So really I started that as a teenager, and then I wanted to get more into it. So, you know, my husband and I got together, and he's just as much of a horror lover as I am. So it's been,
we love that. It makes
oh my gosh,
easy.
It's perfect. Yeah, it's so nice.
You have to either be okay with us like wanting to learn about death and watching people get stabbed for comfort Sundays, or you have to love it too. You have to
and it's funny because like I feel like when you meet people, like they kind of like test the boundaries. So like my husband, you look at him, he's covered in like horror tattoos and stuff, so like you know he's like into that. And like when you look at me, I'm like, oh yeah, I love horror and Halloween, and they're like, do you? And I'm like, no, really.
Do you like Michael's Halloween, like Michael's store? Like do you like Home Goods? But no, you're like, no, actually, like
like mega fan.
Correct. Like actually,
So him and I did our first like real type of paranormal investigation at Waverly, and that was last year, but we've gone to a couple like little smaller places, and we just plan on continuing to do it. I love I'm very into just like everything paranormal. I like talking about like the afterlife and just theories and things like that. I find it fascinating. I'm like obsessed with it.
Same. It's like, where do we go? I have always thought of like, I don't want to come back as a plant. I don't want to come like that's always been something that I'm like, I just look at a plant or some shit and I'm like, were you a person? Like, do you know that you are coming back? There's so many thoughts to that. Now, do you tend to like gravitate for movie sake? Do you tend to gravitate towards like Insidious, a lot of that kind of vibe to talk about the afterlife?
I think that when it comes to movies, I will gravitate. That's a great question. I love a lot of different genres. Movies themselves, like horror movies that I love, I'm really into like gothic horror. So I love like Crimson Peak, Sleepy Hollow, the new Frankenstein that came out.
I was about to say, did you like Frankenstein?
Oh my gosh, I thought it was beautiful. Gorgeous. Just absolutely stunning.
Gorgino.
Yes. So I lean towards those, but I love every genre. Like my Halloween or horror comfort movies would be like Scream, Trick or Treat, you know, things like that.
Oh, one of a Trick or Treat. We have Sam.
Yes.
We have somebody that listens that absolutely Sam is his son.
Really? Okay.
Yes, Sam is his son.
Yeah.
I do. I watch Scream very, very much. I do, unfortunately. I watch
I
it like every day.
I love Scream. I mean, Matthew Lillard, right? Like,
Okay.
come on.
Listen, I like my chocolate, but if I need some vanilla, Matthew Lillard,
Yeah.
you need to come to the Housewives of Horror reunion and wear the ghost mask.
We need to like write him like obsessively.
Don't play with me, I'll become Nikki.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Oh yeah. Did you like that movie?
So yes, I finally was able to see it. And I think, have we all been Nikki at one point? Sometimes. So you know, Bear just needed to calm down. He just needed to let somebody choose their own destiny. And now look what happened.
Yeah.
Look what happened.
I really enjoyed it. I thought that, you know, before I actually watched it, I thought it was like, okay, girl falls in love with guy, gets obsessed. And I was actually very surprised by the storyline, how she's basically possessed, you know?
That's exactly. It's got layers to it that you wouldn't immediately think.
Yeah.
Of that. So yeah, I know. I thought that was. Oh, did you like Lisa Frankenstein?
Oh yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
I feel like
so
that's
underrated.
I feel like that is very much you.
Yeah,
like
I liked it a lot.
The aesthetic wise, I could definitely that just like vibes with you.
Yes, I did. I liked Lisa Frankenstein a lot.
I can definitely see it. Now
Yeah.
I know that you love fashion, you love, you know, the inspos, all of that. How do you bring that into the horror content, or do you bring that into the horror content at all that you do?
You know, that everything's fairly new for me. So I did actually post one of my like Halloween inspired, like Summerween inspired looks. I think that I'll probably do more of that because I have a lot of like I don't know, what do you want to call it? Like witchy fashion, I guess, or like just Halloween inspired clothing. I like that soft alt kind of vibe in general. And I feel like sometimes it meshes better with my audience on my like horror account versus my fashion account. They don't appreciate it, man. Like
very much practical magic type of vibe. Like when I look at your inspos, it's very much like practical magic, just maybe sometimes the craft, depending on what they were wearing. So I definitely like it because I think that the fashion part of horror is so sometimes underrated and not talked about enough. What are some of your favorite like fashions in horror that you've seen?
I think it goes back to probably the reason why I like gothic horror so much because their outfits are so intricate and just beautiful. Immediately the ones that stick out, Frankenstein again was a good one.
Very
I love, this isn't really like gothic fashion, but I loved the costumes of like Pearl. Did you watch Pearl?
Listen, Pearl, I can't, defend her actions.
Right.
But she wasn't really like vengeful.
Yeah.
She just was a little out, she did not have to do what she did. She was a little crazy, but I loved her aesthetic.
Yeah. Like that type of like the thoughtfulness of that aesthetic, but like actually the trilogy of that. So like Pearl, X, Maxine, I really liked the fashion that went into those movies. I thought that it was beautifully done. It went really well with not just the movie aesthetic, but the time period of it all. I liked that Pearl really sticks out to me because it brought in that like Technicolor vibe of like the 40s and 50s that they had. Kind of like that Wizard of Oz kind of vibe.
Yes.
So I thought
there's a horror movie. There's like a horror Wizard of Oz coming out.
Is there?
I just like saw it like 10 minutes ago, and I was like, "What are we doing?"
I feel like Wizard of Oz on its own is a horror movie.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
already
we have a serial killer. We have, we have a villain. So, is that a cauldron? I'm stealing it.
It is.
So you know.
Yes, it's a Home Goods. Or no, sorry, At Home. I got this at home.
Is so cute.
Yeah.
What is your favorite like okay, so we have like the Maximus Halloween decor, you have like the 90s, 80s decor. Is there like a certain Halloween type of decor that you go towards?
Yes, I would probably say like nostalgic, like vintage Halloween.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly the time period. It's funny. This room in my house is the most normal looking room in our whole home. Like right now we have everything decorated for Halloween.
Yeah.
And then like year round we have a whole living room that we keep out all of our horror stuff. But I have kids and husband, so I keep myself in here when I'm doing stuff like this. But our house is decorated with like I would say kind of like vintage Halloween. What I hold dear to my heart is probably like 90s Halloween.
Yes.
Because that's how when I grew up, like 90s, 2000s. So I just love that aesthetic so much.
It was so cute. It was so cute. It was so innocent. It was so cartoony.
Yes.
For Halloween. And sometimes it's what we have to kind of get back to.
Yeah.
It's like the brown paper trick-or-treat bags that you put, girl, because I was turned up with my brown paper bag.
Did you ever have a pillowcase? I had a pillowcase. Yeah.
Absolutely. And now I feel like people just don't, the whimsical part of Halloween sometimes. It's just not there because we're all grown and just, now we got.
I know. People think that we're kind of odd because we start decorating so early, but it's just like, where is your whimsy?
Yes. Like, where is the whimsy?
Life is so short. We just want to have fun. And like, we love this vibe. So got to keep it alive.
And I see you also do travel a little bit on your page for sure. So I saw the catacombs.
Yes.
I'm jealous.
So you'll have to come. We'll have to go sometime.
Oh, girl, it's 2 hours away. I'm ready.
Yeah. So I feel kind of not bad, but a little because that video is like going crazy right now.
Which is good though. Snaps.
It is good, but I had to make a follow-up because like I think when people, it is called the catacombs, but it's not necessarily like it's not a catacombs that you would find in like Paris. It's not covered in bones or anything like that. It was like an underground area used for transport, but there's a lot of history behind it, and so it's a really interesting place to visit. But there's a lot of people that are like commenting like, I know that they think it's like a bone temple, and I'm like, no, it's not. Like,
I literally like that because that's the technical term for it. I think just we've been so exposed to the Paris catacombs.
Yes.
And that lore and everything that as soon as somebody says that, it's like, because I think that like just being in other places that the city has history in is interesting in itself.
Yes, exactly.
Like that's a different time period. This is years and years ago that people were down here. Like that shit is still interesting to me.
It's so cool. Yeah, I love that. I think that's what makes us, we have to like understand history to understand ourselves.
Because it doesn't always have to be, there could be a ghost down there. We don't know.
Yeah, they do the paranormal tours. I haven't done one of those. We just did a normal,
paranormal tour.
Yeah, they do.
Did they? Okay, what did they say? Did you hear anything as far as if anything happened down there?
No, so we didn't do the paranormal one. So I think that they kind of separate the two, probably to make money in both types of tours, right? Can't blame them. Like it is what it is. But it was actually a couple years back that we went. It's closed right now because they're doing construction downtown by City Market. So I can't remember like all of the stories exactly, but they didn't. On our tour, they didn't really go in depth into any of the paranormal, but I did get. Oh, sorry.
No, you're. I would try to be like, hey, like I know we're on this tour, but did you hear that?
Yeah. What was funny about it is like, I feel kind of bad saying this, but our tour guide, bless her heart, she was older. I'll say that, and she kept like every time she would talk, she would cough. So like, she would be like explaining something and going so we were just trying to explore and honestly to get her to not really talk.
That makes sense. She probably did not. She probably woke up with a cough and was like
We're like, you know what? We'll create our own story.
What's like have you ever been on like other ghost tours and everything? And if you have, like, what's one of the most remembered ones that you've done?
I think that so the only other one that I've done that I haven't just gone out to like explore myself would be Waverly. Waverly was an incredible experience. And that one probably stuck out the most. It's our most recent, but also it's our only one that, like, we were with a group. They talked about the paranormal experiences. So it was really, really neat. But yeah, have you been to Waverly?
I have not. I've been a chicken.
You have to go.
I know. We need to do it. We need to do it.
Yeah.
We need a spooky girls. We need spooky girls thing. Two of
that
my
would be fun.
friends that do the paranormal, which I need to meet. I need to actually like give you their information because they're actual like paranormal ghost hunters and everything.
Yeah.
We together, whenever we do any like podcasts or anything, we're called the Paranormal Powerpuff Girls.
How cute is that?
So,
I love that.
I need us to like all do something together and have it be like the Paranormal Powerpuff Girls investigative unit, and we can go to Waverly.
Yes.
I'm such a chicken. How are you brave during those investigations? I would like to know. How are you brave?
I am just incredibly curious. And this is like in all aspects of life. So like, I love asking questions, and I love, and I don't know if you're an astrology girly, but I'm a Sagittarius.
What are you?
Sagittarius. Okay. So what are you? Okay. Yeah. So like, I think it's just that fire sign energy where like, I'm just going to do it. And then I'll think about it later, but like, I'm just, feet first. Like, that's just kind of how I do a lot of things. But I think that the curiosity and just like the wanting my questions answered and just the deep need to have experience is what makes me brave.
That definitely makes sense. Do you have a boundary when you do those investigations as far as what you ask? Like, what's the furthest that you would go?
So I am it's interesting because I'm actually quite skeptical. So like I love all of this stuff, but I think that we don't know, know? So I try to have a logical mindset when it comes to everything. However, even though I'm very skeptical and logical, when it comes to like demon things, I think that I would draw a line there. So like there's like a demon house here and it's not here in Indy. It's like 3 hours away. And I would love to explore it, but I would not risk.
Is that the one the movie was on? Deliverance? Is that?
Yes. So it's it's in like the Gary area. They had like a Ghost Hunters. Actually, I think Ghost Hunters did like a whole movie about it.
I know which. Okay, yep. I know which one you're talking about.
So when it comes to things that are like supposedly demonic, even though I can be skeptical, I'm like, I'm not going to risk it. Because I understand that could be very real, and I'm not going to engage with something like that because that's where I draw the line.
Amen. I do not deal with the D word. I think that even though because have you ever Bobby Mackey's is around here?
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Bobby Mackey's?
I haven't heard of that. What is that?
So it's a bar. It's like a bar, but it was called like the Latin Quarters a little bit ago. It's got a lot of history here. Supposedly the gates of hell are down. Correct. But it was like a functional bar forever. It had like the bull that you ride, all of that. It was a functional bar. But then a lot of people always had experiences happen. But then you can always do ghost tours there.
Okay.
Because everything's in the basement that happened.
Okay.
Somebody apparently, which has, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it has my same name. The girl that got beheaded.
Oh no!
That's why I don't go there. I said absolutely not.
No. Yeah, I don't blame you.
So, but that is supposedly. I feel like the gates of hell has been said that it's everywhere. I've heard that in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Do you think there would be that many gates?
Well, I think it's so prominent again, like not maybe this is just the Midwest in me, but like I think it's very prominent here because we are very, I'm not particularly religious, but I grew up, my parents are very devout. And so we're kind of ingrained with that thinking,
that is true.
And so I think that gates of hell, it's quite prominent here in the Midwest and probably throughout the Bible Belt in general. Because it's terrifying, right? Like, that could be.
And then a lot of people got attached to things from what the tours said. I've never done it because I was never going to get attached. Absolutely not. But a lot of people got attached. And I cannot go home and know that there's something attached to me.
Yeah.
That is real life terrifying.
You know, whatever you believe, energy itself is real. Like
it is. Amen. Yes.
And it doesn't have to be like, a fiery devil with horns and everything to be bad energy and something that you can carry around with you. And I really do believe in that. And so that's why I think you have to be very careful and go into these things with like the right mindset, but also with a sense of like, you have to take care of yourself.
Right. No, yes.
You can be reckless with it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, as far as like the ghost hunting, that paranormal, how do you like to show that in the content that you make? Like, how do you like to show that?
Yeah, I've been, I like to put videos together of like the entire trip. So I have a couple different ones of like our Waverly experience. So I have one that kind of walks through the whole trip, even from us driving down there. It's kind of like a road trip vlog.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And then I like to do certain clips of that too. So I just I'll create content. One kind of a longer vlog, and then with clips of things that I found fascinating.
Yeah. I love that. What messages do you want to convey, like, to your audience with the type of paranormal investigation that you do?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I think the message that I want to convey is just stay curious, like
I love that.
Have an open mind and, just remember that like we don't know everything and that it's okay. I think that I feel like in our community in general, like paranormal, horror, everyone kind of shuts us down in a way where it's like, well, you're accessing these sides that like they're negative or they're kind of dark, but human nature is both, right? Like light and dark. And so I think that there's a lot of people that look at this as like doing something that's bad. Right. But really it's just about having fun and asking questions,
That is something that as soon as I feel like we tell anybody, hey, like we're in the horror, we're in the spirits, everything they do, they're like, oh, you played with the devil.
Yes.
And it's like, there's a lot more.
Yeah.
A lot more that goes into that.
I think everyone, even if they want to admit it or not, they're curious, right? So like, we're just opening up that conversation. And that's what I want it to be. I want to share my experiences and meet other people that are interested in the things that I'm interested in and just have good conversations.
It was good flow. Do you have any like bucket list paranormal places that you want to investigate?
I think that the catacombs in Paris would be just probably number one on my bucket list. Yeah. There's so many other places that I would just like, I don't know. That would probably be my number one, but I could give you probably a laundry list of things I'd like to.
Now, would you go and do like a tour by yourself, or would you definitely stay within the tour guide?
Like at the catacombs? I think that I'd probably stay with a tour guide. Well, maybe I'm misunderstanding your question because like I think about like the found footage of what is that movie, like As Above So Below.
That's what I'm saying. Like, would you do that?
Oh no.
Like,
no.
Okay.
And that's like, just because like I don't want to like get lost and die, right?
Correct. Because I know for a fact you can probably go down to the club down there and ask somebody like, hey, are you at a catacomb tour?
Yeah.
And they're probably like, hell yeah, come on. And they probably could get you like in it And then like we're 30 minutes in and they're like, bro, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm
And then I'm
adventurous. I'm
good.
not stupid.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. Now, do you have any like upcoming projects, or like where do you see your content at? And like the next, because I know you are obviously somewhat new still, but where do you see it in like a year and a half? Where do you want to see it, I should say?
I think that where I would like, we're getting to the time of year where we go out more and start, like, we're going to be going to some local cemeteries and trying to find some new spots to do paranormal investigation. So that will always be part of my content.
Right.
I'm a spooky girl at heart, so I will have like Halloween content all year. I like picking up like thrifted Halloween finds, or just like my normal Halloween finds that I find throughout the year. I am starting to do some like horror movie reviews. So
okay.
I'm dipping my toes in that water.
We're doing a little dip. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So I think that will continue to develop. I really like admire your content and others that do that, because it's not easy to do those reviews and like give your opinions. And I think that, I've been very welcomed in the community, but there's always going to be someone, right? And when you're giving your opinion, especially as a woman, I think that it's not easy. So I'm doing that slowly, but I really appreciate creators like yourself who just dive in, right?
Thanks. Somebody's gonna say something in the comments. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's why I started Housewives of Horror. Honestly, like it's because there's so many of us on social media that just do so many different aspects of horror, and regardless. I don't give a fuck if you have 2 followers, 2 million. I don't give a fuck.
It's not about followers.
It's not, because I truly think, and this has been talked about before on the podcast, but if who like really messes with you, who really like loves your content, is going to be there regardless.
Right.
So if you're genuine with it, people are going to find you.
Yeah.
And I would rather have 100 people that like actually like my content, share it, like actually engage, versus 2 million that don't say shit.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that it just goes back to like a community. There's a difference between building a community and building a following.
Exactly. And I think, and I don't want Housewives of Horror. I want Housewives of Horror for us to be a community.
Yes, exactly.
And not just, oh my gosh, I need to get monetized. And girl, I don't care. I mean, whatever happens is clearly going to be meant to happen by the universe. And it just is what it is. But we always do end with this question. But what does being a woman in horror mean to you?
I think that I really love being a woman in horror. And I've got a Final Girl tattoo. Like it just says Final Girl.
Oh, that's cute. Yes, ma'am.
I think that, how do I want to say this? I guess people judge you like based off of, just your vibes and how you look and stuff like that, right? Yeah. And so I think that liking horror kind of takes me out of this feeling of like helpless tiny blonde woman, and it makes me feel like kind of powerful in a way. And I think that I'm not reinventing the wheel by saying this, because this message is around, but horror really understands women, and it kind of accesses parts of us that we might be like afraid to show or afraid to talk about. And in a lot of horror, we end up being the final girl, right? And so I think that just being a woman in horror just kind of makes me feel powerful and seen.
Yes, I love it. I so love it. So thank you so much. I do appreciate you coming on. This was so amazing. We're gonna have to have you back. We always have our housewives back. Get ready for the reunion, because I have a whole slew.
It will be so fun.
Girl, it might be an indie, to be honest. It might be an indie.
Oh my gosh.
Just saying. Yes. Your Supreme will go in the Altima and just drive. Okay. I will go.
I'm ready for you. I'll make you a cup of chai.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now, where can we find you? Your links and everything will be in the description below, but just in general, where can we find you? Where can we support? Where the Ghoulies need to support you? Where can we support you?
Yeah, so I'm on TikTok and Instagram mostly. I'm on Threads as well. But my your Hex Girlfriend with there's underscores in there, which you said the links will be in there. But yeah, I'm mostly active on Instagram and TikTok. Those are my two main platforms.
Yes, and I'll make sure you'll see clips of this coming on my social platform and everything, and make sure you're tagged, obviously. So definitely give her a look, give her a listen, give her a follow. Give her whatever. Okay, whatever. But it was so good to have another episode. I love doing these episodes so much. They're just so fun.
Yeah, they're so fun. Thank you for having me.
It was amazing. And as always, Ghoulie, ta-ta for now.